going on, people? Welcome back to another video from PremPods. Today we'll be going over game week 14 in the Barclays Premier League. Coming around quick, we're nearly up to Christmas.
Yep.
And now we're into the midweek fixtures.
It's coming thick and fast, mate.
So yeah, 2 games in the next 7 days for Premier League teams. And we start off with Ipswich against Crystal Palace tomorrow. What's the Ipswich ground again?
I always forget, mate. I'm the worst with the names of stuff. What is the name? I actually can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been in the league, mate. We've got to remember it. Tell us.
Portman Road. See, I was good.
Portman Road, yeah.
No, it wasn't. But I was going to say Fratton Park. That's what was confusing me.
That's Portsmouth Stadium. Yeah.
Portman Road. Okay, yeah.
Portman Road. Never going to forget that.
No. So, Ipswich, what do you reckon?
Mate, I think this is probably going to be quite a tight affair. I think these games that are like in the midweek, they're difficult because you've just come off a game at the weekend, whether you played on a Saturday or a Sunday, and you're tired. And if anything's gone wrong in that game, you don't really have that much time to address it. Like if something's gone wrong on a corner or a set piece, or the wingers are kind of hard to pick up and the defender and the left back or the right back are not talking, if that's something that the manager sees and tries to implement, if you've only got a day or like half a day to speak to the player to try and work on it, explaining something sometimes doesn't work in it, so you actually have to see it in action over a few days to get them to learn it. So I think it's going to be quite difficult for some teams that are, if anyone's coming into this period struggling, they ain't going to come out the other side of it any better.
That's the thing, because on the opposite, you could say people that have made mistakes on a weekend, they've got a quick turnaround to put it right.
True.
Instead of waiting 7 days, a whole week.
True.
A whole week with no fixture and stuff.
But it's still tired as well, isn't it? That's the problem.
And that might give you the momentum and confidence for the weekend game.
True.
It might not work out that way, of course. It might be in a worse position, but it gives you that chance.
I get what you're saying. But this game, mate, I'm going score draw.
Bosh!
Like my predicting has been bad, so don't anyone bet on my predictions. You will probably lose your money. The bookies will love you if you bet on my score predictions. But yeah, I can't really see anyone taking hold or taking charge of this game. Saying that, like we always say, it could be like 7-1.
Yeah, I don't see that just with Palace at the moment. Their goal scoring. I'm going to go with Palace win. Close.
Okay.
2-1.
Bosh!
There's not... They need to show a lot more, Palace, if they're going to just be serious about staying in the league as well. Obviously, there's teams that are worse than them. I think Ipswich are one of them teams that's worse. But they need to prove that in it. They're not picking up a lot of points at all. They've started to be a bit better, but yeah, hopefully they can carry it on. This is a good chance for them to do that, I think.
I'm with you on that one. I just can't see... Yeah, they're just not being clinical enough for me, innit? So that's why I'm...
These two teams are on the same points this season.
It's mental, mate.
So, form-wise, it's anyone's game, but Palace should have enough.
I get you, mate. I get you. On to the next one. 8:15.
Yeah.
Leicester City against West Ham. What do you reckon's going to happen in this one?
Again, West Ham being the inconsistent team they are, I'm going to go with them turning it around. I'll go with 3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham?
Yeah. They just think... They scored good goals in the moments against yourselves.
They did.
Just conceded a lot. Just got outplayed at times, and Saka was just all over them as well. It was a top individual performance from him. So, yeah, but that's West Ham, isn't it?
It is West Ham.
You don't really know what you're going to get from them.
Away from home?
Away from home this time. So, yeah, I'm going with West Ham because of the inconsistency.
I'm going to have to go Leicester, just because they're at home. We like teams when they play at home. King Power will be buzzing.
Yep.
Christmas period, everyone will be having it off up there. So I'm just seeing Leicester nicking it. But they haven't been good enough this season. So it's going on the basis of nothing, basically. There's no evidence to back me up as to why I'm saying 2-1 Leicester. But it's the Premier League.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see West Ham having 2 games where they lose. It's not impossible, mate.
Definitely not. They're sat in 13th for a reason so far.
13th? Yeah. West Ham.
Again, it's early.
Where's Leicester?
Points. Leicester are 16th.
Okay.
There's 5 points between them.
They're not looking great though, Leicester. I think West Ham definitely do have the more Premier League prowess, but can they actually use it? You've never seen
so. I believe they've got an individual quality that will be that could beat Leicester in these moments if they get them and if they take the chance.
And Leicester do have some shaky mistakes at the back, which people like Antonio will pounce on.
Bowen.
Yeah. And when they're clinical, when they're forced to do something, West Ham are really good.
Yeah.
When you give them a bit too much time, they're a bit sloppy with what they do. But anything under pressure, these lot will score. Like, they'll get the ball out of the pitch and score.
But this is a game they should look to win. Last week, I think most people would have said that Arsenal would win.
Yeah.
Even though they were at home. This is still a game, even though they were away, they should expect to win.
Yeah, definitely. On to the next one. One of your favourite clubs.
As always.
Everton against Wolves, 7:30. All the fixtures are mishy as to what times they're starting on my schedule here.
Yeah.
But this one's 7:30. Goodison Park. Since they're one of your favourite teams, I'll let you kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted United would win well against Everton, and they did. They overexceeded my expectations.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think they did everyone's.
This is a kind of a difficult one, you know. I would pick Wolves.
Yeah.
Player for player, honestly, but just in a game like this and the way that they lost the last time out, I'm going 1-1. You know.
Bosh.
Pick. I'm going 1-1. Yeah, it's a difficult one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 1-0 Wolves. Bosh. Away from home. Nick it. Although I do think Everton can turn up for moments of games. For me, they're just, again, we use the word all the time, but clinical, innit? They're not clinical enough in front of goal.
No.
They don't have a striker that's going to get you 1 or 2, even 2 chances a game. You're going to get 2 chances, you're going to get 2 misses as well. He ain't going to get you 2 goals. That's the problem. I think Wolves are a better outfit, to be honest with you. Can they do it away from home? I don't know, but I'm going 1-0.
Yeah, I could see it. Not much to be said about that one. Just both teams again, like low down in their table. These first 3 games is all teams from like the bottom 13 teams in the league.
Fair enough.
So they're all 13th and below, really.
Fair enough, mate. On to the next one. 4th game. Manchester City against Nottingham Forest. What's this? Table-wise, what's this? 3rd v 4th? Where are these lot?
56.
56. Do you reckon this run is going to continue, or do you reckon these are actually going to turn it around?
No, I think they win here. Yeah, this is the one when they come back at home. I mean, poor performances recently. Even in the Champions League as well, being 3-0 up at home and then drawing 3-3. The game against Liverpool, they look much different, but they still have a lot of quality in the team.
Oh yeah,
and they will win these games. They will win this game.
That's what you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it.
What's the score going to be?
Tough for a score. My favourite score though, probably 3-1.
They're
still leaky. Wood's on fire. Forest can score goals.
Wood is on
so
fire.
I can see it that they'll concede, but they should. This is the one I think they're going to get back.
Man, I'm going Desmond. Bosh! I honestly think it's going to continue. It's going to continue. 100%. I can't, like, the way they're playing, I just can't see, unless they switch something. Obviously, they've got good players, but they're just not doing anything. And Forest are not someone that you can just walk over. Not many teams in the Prem now are just going to let you come there and walk all over them. In the game, once you start getting 1-2-0 up, fair play in it, you're going to lose 3-4 if you don't start coming back into it. But at the start of each Premier League game, it ain't going to be easy anymore, innit? And I just can't see City doing it.
I hear it, but yeah, I still believe in the squad that they've got. So it's going to be sooner rather than later that they come back. They've had difficult games as well.
Yep.
This is it. This is the one they come back.
Forest difficult game though, mate.
Yeah.
Top 6 of the Prem.
Yeah.
Big club now. Always been a big club. On to the next one, halfway through. Newcastle United against your club. 7:30. Liverpool. Liverpool are actually going away. Mate, Newcastle at home.
This could be the dodgy one, isn't it? We've got 2 games within a week. Newcastle away and Everton away. Next 2 games. You have to get out of this with at least 4 points.
That's hilarious.
I believe you have to get out of this with at least 4 points.
Coming out of it 0.
Again, we beat Newcastle last season with 10 men when they were 1-0 up and should have put us away, really.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. They've done that at times as well.
We have to push you for a score here, mate. What's going to happen?
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1.
2-1 Liverpool.
I think I'm going to have to go Desmond again. Wishful thinking, innit? It's wishful thinking. It's got to be wishful thinking. I can't, Although I want to win, this gap on here is getting a bit too big now. I'm going to need correct scores to come in. But I don't really care if the correct score's not in the Liverpool or City game. I need to get my correct scores elsewhere.
I don't want it to be in this. It can be pick anyone else. Don't mind.
Nah, on it, I think Desmond. I think you lot do have a lot of quality going forward. I can't really see how Newcastle stop you from scoring. But again, we saw frailties at the back, mate. You lot can give away the ball, and they've got quick players to get in. Will they have enough quality to score?
Mm-hmm.
Kelleher's in goal. He's very good. Obviously, he's not as good as Alisson, but he's still a very, very good goalkeeper in my opinion.
Top performances.
He has done very, very well. He got Virgil off one the other day against City when he done poor, which is what, again, frailties. That I think Newcastle have quick players that could potentially... The only thing that is not really helping me, and my 2-2 probably is not going to come true, is the fact that Isaac's not playing. So Isak is not playing. That is going to be a problem.
Mm. But they can get goals from other places and stuff.
They can. Gordon can run off the wing. Joelinton can head it in from a corner or whatever. Just weird stuff like that can happen. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going with us.
You going with you?
Continuing it. I'm going with us. Continuing it.
That would be brilliant. We need something, lads. We need something. He's not going too far ahead. On to the next one. Southampton against Chelsea. What do you reckon?
Chelsea look good, man.
They do look good.
Chelsea look good. Putting away Villa again. People put a lot of onus on Villa this season, but again, being in Europe for the first time in a while,
That's a lot.
they're in the bottom half of the table. 4-1 Chelsea.
4-1.
Big scoreline. Palmer 2, Jackson, and one of the wingers. Big scoreline.
I'm gonna go 3-1. Just because I also agree with you that Chelsea have just in some crazy form.
Mm-hmm.
They've definitely hit a purple patch. And now they're just beating everyone, it seems. It doesn't really matter who they play against. They're doing very, very well. And I don't think Southampton are going to be able to do anything to stop them, really. It's not like they're playing anyone in the top 6 or anyone in the top 10. They're playing someone who potentially is going down.
Mm-hmm.
So they should smash them.
Yeah, that's what you should think. I think the only way it would show a bit of immaturity for Chelsea, this Chelsea team, to beat Villa 3-0 and then not get a win against Southampton.
That would
nothing
be big.
less than win is acceptable. I think.
Yeah, I can't see
that's what I'm saying. It could just be a slight lapse of concentration and immaturity because it's still a young team, new team.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely expect them to win. Yeah.
I expect them to win. I do understand what you're saying. That could happen. Definitely could happen. They're very young.
Mm-hmm.
Not much to say about that one. Should be easy Chelsea victory. If Southampton do anything, it'll be crazy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
On to the next one. Biggest game of the game week, or it used to be. Small club on that right-hand side now. Arsenal against Man United. Or should we say, what is it? Amarin's Man United, as the media
says. No, it's Amarin's. Because they're winning, it's Amarin's United.
Amarin's United. 8:15. One of the later kickoffs. What do you reckon, mate? How do you see this one playing out?
Could be dodgy, depending on how you lot approach the game.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen some times when you've been in good positions and then just not had the killer instincts in these types of games, at least.
Oh, before you give your prediction, actually, I'll give you a bit of news just before you do it, because this might help you out. Lissandro Martinez, out for suspension.
Yeah. So
Kobe Mainoo, out for suspension.
Yeah. So you should win the midfield battle.
Yes, definitely.
You should win the midfield battle.
Yes.
It's just about being clinical.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go just a bit of an odd one, 2-0.
Bosh! Okay.
I think you've got a much better defence than them, far better.
Mm-hmm.
And you can score in moments when the game is looking a bit like it's just going to be a back and forth, maybe end up at the draw, no one taking too much onus. I still think you've got the players in them that can score in moments that will just be enough.
Yeah.
And 2-0 is that kind of scoreline, really.
2-0 is one of our... We like that scoreline as well. I'm going to go 3-1 because I can see them scoring. United are a dodgy team. They get although we take the mick out of them, they got good players in it when they actually want to switch on. Yeah. Like most of the time, they're not turned on, but when they do turn on, they're proper good in it. There's nothing you can do to stop.
Yeah, on paper, but again, it hasn't worked.
No, not yet. I think you're right. I think you're right. The midfield we're winning. The defense, I think our defense is decent. I think it's better than their defense. So I'll be very, very surprised if these lot beat
I'd
us.
say your
at
defense is
home.
much better. Is Gabriel going to play?
I don't know. It's unsure in it,
Hmm.
so I don't know yet.
Well, if Gabriel does play, if it's a full strength, obviously White isn't going to play anyway. So Timber and Calafuri will be on the other side. If it's that back four, then your defense is much better.
It is much better, but it is a big drop off if we lose Gabriel and Kiwior has to come in. If
Yes.
Kiwior comes in, Hoyland will have a field day. Doesn't even matter that Saliba's there. He'll have a field day. But I think at home we should beat them. I'll be very surprised if we don't. I'll be very disappointed actually if we don't.
Should be.
So on to the next one. Oof, Aston Villa against Brentford. Villa Park. Just coming off a 3-0 loss against Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Brentford. What did Brentford do last week? I definitely got that.
They beat Leicester 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, at home.
At home.
Yeah.
Going away now. I don't know, mate. What do you reckon?
This is my Desmond. I haven't had a draw this week, so I'm gonna go with this. This is the one where they draw. Again, Villa just playing more games. Players in their squad not used to that. Not too many players from my memory played for Champions League clubs for very long, so not used to all of these extra games.
Yeah.
And the performance is being 13th now after 13 games. It's reflecting that at the minute. Obviously, there's still loads of points up for grabs, but I'm going 2-2. Can definitely see Brentford giving them problems and scoring goals, but so will Villa.
I think I'm gonna have to go 3-1 again. 3-1 Villa. I think they should get back on the horse and start riding. These lot, I don't like. I was very surprised that Chelsea did what they did to them. Although Chelsea are in that vein of form, and Villa obviously playing the matches they're playing. I think that just came out in that game really. They just weren't up for it. But I think this week it's a tough one as well because you're losing 3-0 and then you've only got 2 days to actually. So it's
again good time to turn it around.
Yeah, good and
Push
bad.
that aside. Forget about that. It's happened now. We get a day and a half, and then we're back again 2 days or whatever it is.
Yeah, you're right.
We're back again. Just go after it, innit?
You're right.
You don't have to worry about and feel sorry for yourself for too long. You can't.
Yeah, literally just next game. You're going Desmond. I've gone 3-1.
Yep.
Penultimate game time.
Another dodgy.
Fulham against Brighton, 7:30. This is very, very dodgy. Fulham, although they started the season very well, they've had like up and down results. Probably a lot of results that people will be like, we're not really surprised about them losing because again, Fulham are one of them teams where it's like you don't really know where they're going to end up. They could end up in the top 10 if they have a good year, or they could be scrapping relegation. Isn't it? I don't think that's going to be the case towards the end of this season. But yeah, you're right. They're a dodgy team to predict and putting them in a game against Brighton. I don't know. I think Fulham might take this at home. You know, I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham. Honestly, I don't know what their stats are historically, but I think Fulham are good at home and they normally play up to teams. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham.
Well, head to head, they haven't lost in 9.
Fulham haven't.
Fulham haven't.
Wow.
I'm also going with Fulham in this one. I'm going 2-1. I think it will be a good game. It's an attacking game for sure. Loads of chances, just whether. I mean, it could end up being like 4-2 or 4-3, some sort of game like that. But I'm still going with 2-1. I think Fulham's form is weird. And they drew the last game, lost the game before that. Yeah, I just think they are winning about 1 out of 3 games at the minute.
It's up and down, mate. It's up and down. But this is a hard game.
This
is a hard game to predict. It's
very
hard. The hardest.
Could argue Brighton being favourites as well. I don't know what it is, but of course, but
I think you
can argue it.
Nah, they're not. Fulham are favourites.
Okay, yeah.
Decent margin as well, but yeah, Fulham are favourites.
Because of historically, I guess, isn't it?
No losses in 9 is nuts. Like,
make it 10. I reckon. Yeah, I think we both think they're gonna make it 10.
I think so as well. Same score as well. 2-1. On to the last game, mate. Last game of match day 14. We have got Bournemouth against Spursy. I'll let you kick this off because I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, difficult one to be fair. I thought Bournemouth would bounce back and beat Wolves. They did it well away from home. This is back at home. And I kind of thought Spurs would beat Spursy and not back up beating
Beating
City
City.
4-0
Yeah.
away, drawing 1-1 against Fulham at home, against 10 men with about the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This is like, yeah, again, this is another one of them weird ones. You just don't really know what they're going to do. I'm going 3-2 Spurs.
Do you know what's so funny, yeah? I'm going 3-2 Bournemouth.
Bosh.
Literally, as I was sitting there, I was thinking, am I going to give 2-1 Bournemouth? Nah, because Spurs will score more. But I think 3-2 Bournemouth. I think there's going to be a lot of goals in this
Yeah,
game.
same.
Both of these lot like to attack. Both of these lot can be leaky
Very.
if you know what to do.
Mhm.
And again, some of these two clubs, I would say, when they actually get in, they are quite clinical. To be honest with you, like if you give them that good chance, Spurs are Spursy. That's fair.
Yeah.
But when they get in on goal, they're gonna score. Really, to be honest with you.
Oh.
I like them. Like you can't score 4 against City and be shit shooter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They
exactly.
put balls across the box. Madison done well.
Mhm.
Son was getting past his man. So yeah, I think this game will have a lot of goals.
Same.
Both of us are going 5 goals.
And opposite scorelines.
Opposites. Oh mate, yeah.
You're going home team, I'm going away.
Yeah.
Again, it's just more about their inconsistency. But
Basically.
then, if they're really Spurs, they would lose this game
100%.
because then it would be just a win, draw, loss.
Yeah.
The past 3 games.
Super Spursy, yeah.
And when you look at the fixtures, you wouldn't have thought the 4-0 would have been against City.
Nah, you would have been
Would
this
have been
one.
in Fulham.
Yeah.
Well, this game maybe.
Never
Even
against City.
Even that, I don't think we would have guessed for this game.
Nah.
Well, we haven't been. So
Definitely not. Definitely not. That's it, mate.
that's it.
Got to the
Summed
end.
up another one. Midweek fixtures coming thick and fast. Christmas weekend is always good. It shows a lot about the teams, the squads, the spirit as well, I suppose, how they manage it. So yeah, exciting times, and we'll be back for another one very shortly to look forward to the weekend fixtures.
Yes.
So yeah, until next time, thank you for watching wherever you're watching from, and take care.